Hello and welcome back to Comfort Dad Cooks. So in the previous episode we made some amazing stuffing, and you can have that with turkey or ham or vegetarian dishes at Christmas, Thanksgiving, in fact any day that you want. It's so delicious. Now there's always a conundrum what to do with leftover stuffing. You can certainly make sandwiches and have it with yet another turkey dinner, but there's a way I'd like to show you that I love to use turkey stuffing. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a ring form, rather like we've used for crumpets in the past actually. We can use this size. I usually like to use something about 3.5 inches and slightly deeper. You can also use a bigger one if you wish, but I think you'll find that this size is enough. And so the first thing we want to start doing is to oil or butter the inside of this, this ring. So, oil the inside of the ring, and that'll be so that the next thing we're going to do will make it that much easier to release from the spring form, from the ring form. So we put the ring onto a plate here. Just make some room here so you can see what's happening. Now, we'll be needing the pan in just a moment, so let's keep it warm. We're going to take some of the stuffing with the sausage and put that into the form. It's going to be a very fancy way of serving this stuffing. Now take another spatula. We're going to just oil the spatula. It will release much easier. You'll find these tips are very helpful. And what we're going to do is we're going to press down on the filling that you've added inside that form. Now you want it to be, according to the size of the form there, about 1 centimetre, 1.25 centimetres, about 1/2 inch tall. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to add a glug of olive oil and a little butter to our pan here. I didn't bring any knives into this space, so let's just do that. I always like to add a little olive oil whenever I'm cooking with the texture of this hard anodized pan is quite slick against the stove there, so I have to be careful of this. We're going to allow the butter to melt. And then we're going to saute this bread on the ring here. Now, you don't want to be blackening this. You want to just be gently sauteing it. And while that's sauteing, I will make a couple more of these sausage stuffing forms, and then we'll have 2 or 3, and I'll show you a couple of different ways of serving them. If they're a little tricky to get out of the form, what you can do is after you've put the stuffing in there, you can put it onto a baking tray and put it in the fridge for about 20 minutes to more thoroughly set it, and you'll find it much easier. You can think of these as Christmas crab cakes in a way, because using many of the same techniques that you might use to make a crab cake, we're going to be using this to make the stuffing cakes. So we'll be back in a moment when those are cooked. Hi and welcome back. Okay, we've got these stuffing cakes, if you'd like to call them that, ready, and what we're going to do is we're going to plate them up. Now there's 3 ways I'm going to show you how to do this. Let's put the first one on this plate, and let's put the next 2 on this plate. Okay, move the pan out of the way. So on the first one, the individual one, what we're going to do is take a little cranberry sauce, and then we're going to take some turkey. Now I've reheated this turkey, and it's just turkey from Thanksgiving. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this stuffing cake, and then we're going to take the form that we had used previously and gently squeeze that around the outside. Now this is some turkey, the dark meat turkey that I've warmed up, that we had at Thanksgiving. You can shred this if you want. What we're going to do is put the turkey on top of the stuffing cake like this. You want to just gently press it down. We're not trying to compact this too much, just gently press it down. And then, if you've oiled your form, you'll pretty much get a good stick of turkey on top of your stuffing cake there. You can put a couple of pieces of turkey on top. Now, on this one, we're going to serve it with cranberry sauce on top. Now, as a snack, an appetizer, or just, oh, I think I'll have this. This is an absolutely amazing way to eat leftover stuffing. What we've done is we've sauteed the stuffing here as a cake, and then we've added prepared cooked turkey on top of that. We'll try that one in just a moment. Now, the second one I would like to do is more or less the same. We're going to take the form here. We're going to coax the turkey into that. We're going to these knives are beautifully sharp. For a number of years now, I've been going to a guy called Tom Veff, V-E-F-F, in Portland. If you look up Tom Veff, he is a specialist of knives. He's designed, has made and sharpens knives to perfection. And I know how to use a steel, but Tom's sharpening is absolutely fantastic. So that's Tom Veff. It's one of my friends and quite close to where I live. So we'll do that one on this one. Now, if you find that you've got some turkey spilling over, that's okay. If you find that you can't get the same size ring because it's expanded during cooking, go to the next size up ring, and we'll take some of this turkey, place that on top. Oh, this is amazing. This looks and smells so good. This would be an amazing party appetizer as well. You could buy a chicken breast, just cook the chicken breast, and have these stuffing cakes as an appetizer. So we're going to serve this in one of two ways. So we're going to put some cranberry sauce on one of them, and on the other one, I was just experimenting earlier. This is a sauce that I've made from sour cream, horseradish, mustard, and a hot sauce like sriracha or something like that. So what we're going to do is drizzle some of this over the top of the cake here. And I was literally just playing around with what flavors would work for this. We started with a bit of sour cream and then horseradish. Any unctuous food like this, any rich food, a lot of German food from the Black Forest is very much, and Eastern Europe, Czechoslovakia and Slovenia, Croatia, etc. There's a lot of very good, Poland, I'm reeling off all the countries I've been to here. Very delicious flavors, very earthy, rich flavors. And what you need with an earthy, rich flavor is something to lift it, which is why lemon, roasted lemon also works very well, or preserved lemon. And any bright fruitiness like oranges, cranberry sauce, or this sauce which I've made by combining horseradish, sour cream, hot sauce, and a little bit of mustard. works also. Let's try this one first, the cranberry turkey cake. And let's see how we're doing. Oh, that is so good. The additional texture from cooking the stuffing it works so well. There's a slight crunchiness to the outside of the cake, but then you melt into soft, unctuous, delicious flavors inside the cake. So that is, I'm personally giving that 10 out of 10. Excellent. Right. I love this job because you can get so much good stuff to eat. So we've got a very similar treatment on this cake, but on this cake we have got that sour cream horseradish flavor. I think you could do this with wasabi as well. You could also, in fact, do, if you stir-fried some beef and then you chose the non-flavored stuffing mix, no seasonal herbs or anything, and then you took some grated ginger, some lemongrass, and added that to the stuffing, then you've moved it in a whole different direction. And then what you could put on here is some thinly sliced stir-fried beef and finish it with, or beef broccoli, for example, finish that with a sauce. And you'd take basically a Christmas or Thanksgiving tradition here, and you would move it in a completely different direction. So this is absolutely delicious. And it also is susceptible to gravity. So, so good. I'm definitely going to finish this one after the show. Absolutely delicious. So, again, what we started with in this is some leftover stuffing, some turkey, some cranberry sauce, a sauce I made, and then we sauteed the stuffing as individual stuffing cakes. And then we've just arranged the meat in this case. We could do it vegetarian, we could do it with sauteed vegetables, you could do it with blackened peppers. I mean, there's 1,000 ways you could use this. An extremely versatile way of using leftover stuffing, or I think that this dish is even worth making stuffing just so that you can make those bread cakes. If you're making a lot, supposing you're doing a dinner party for 20 or 30 people, how on earth would you do that? Well, what I would do is I would probably line some baking sheets and then bake it at 375 in the oven and just keep an eye on it. Maybe do a trial run with a couple first, check your oven temperature, and then you could bake these cakes and then you can just finish them off individually. But an absolutely fantastic way to use stuffing. I'm sure that few of you have tried this before, and I hope that you give it a shot and let me know what you think in the comments below. So thank you for joining me today. And thank you for your comments and the emails I've received. I really appreciate your support and your comments about Comfort Dad Cooks. So we'll see you again soon. Thank you.